Hello everybody. Today I'm going to make noodles with whatever ingredients I have at hand. I was running late for lunch, so all I could find was a few vegetables and I had noodles. So what I've done here is I've boiled the water, and to that water, once it's boiled, you have to add a tablespoon of oil. It can be any oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use vegetable oil as well. The water has to boil nicely first, then you add the oil and then put in your noodles. My water was already boiling. I had kept the gas on sim. I've put 2 packets of hakka noodles in and I'll wait for it to boil over again. I'm not going to cook it for too long, just 3 minutes the packet says, and that's exactly how much it takes. So go by the time given on the noodles, on the packet of noodles that you use. These are Chow's hakka noodles that I'm using, and it says 3 minutes, so that's all I'm going to give it. I let it boil. I don't want it to be overcooked. So my cooking is always very simple and with ingredients that are easily available in the market or that I have handy at home. I'm a very lazy cook, so I try to simplify my cooking. So here you can see that I haven't prepped anything at all. I'm going to do everything side by side, and that's mostly what I do. This is actually my usual routine. So the only reason that I show my videos like this is so that you understand that cooking is not really difficult. Uh, it's just a scare. That's it. We are just frightened for no reason. We can just simplify. It is not necessary to go by the book. You can do it your way. You can create your own way. So as my noodles are cooking, I'm looking around for other things, vegetables that I have, and things that I can use. So what I'm going to do is my sink was full of the vessels from my breakfast, so I couldn't show you how I washed it. But once I take out the noodles, the key to good firm noodles is that once you boil it, you take it out just on a sieve, let the water drain out completely, and then wash it with cold water. So what happens when you add that cold water, when you wash it with the cold water, it stops any further cooking, and that helps your noodle to not overcook or overboil. That keeps it firm. So here now again, because I was in a hurry, I didn't want to waste the hot water, otherwise I would have had to boil water again for my corn. So I had a little frozen corn in the freezer. I want to add that to it. So what I am doing here is I am going to take out the noodles and use the same water to boil my corn. And yes, once I take out the corn, I will wash it with cold water so that it's clean. But this is how I usually like to multitask, and that's what I do. So I'm taking out the noodles from the water here. So as you can see, I'm taking it out on a sieve. Or you can just pour it also, but because I need to reuse the water, that is the reason I'm trying to just fish it out of the water. Anytime you see my recipes, you will see them mostly in this format because that's how I like to present it. There are so many cooking shows, so many such good cooks showing their cooking, and they're all well filmed. But I just want to show how naturally I am and do it the same way so that people understand that people can relate to it. So here now I've got to wash my noodles. I just kept it under my filter for a while and let the water flow through, and made sure that each noodle is thoroughly washed with cold water so that the heat it stops cooking in its own heat. I wanted the noodles to be cold. Some people use ice cold water, but not really required. If you use normal water, that itself is enough. And you can see my water is boiling. I will put my corn into a frozen pot. So here are my noodles. Uh, because I added oil at the beginning itself, I don't need to add oil now. Some people do add oil once they take out the noodles, but I didn't. And as you can see, I put my corn in. I just want it not really cooked, just defrosted and warmed up, because it's all going to be a stir fry cooking, so I don't want anything to be really cold. And because this was in the freezer, it's all frozen. I'll let it cook for a while. In the meantime, I'll get my vegetables ready. In the side, I'm chopping up my onions, slicing up my onions, and I have a red pepper, a green pepper, and a yellow pepper. I'm not going to use the entire pepper, but I'll use half that, because these are just 2 packets, and the rest I'll keep them in a Ziploc bag for my pizzas in the evening. So I am slicing my onions now. You can slice them however you want. I wanted thin slices for this thing, so I'm using a slicer. Yes, I do make my work easier by using gadgets that I can. That really helps me. If you can, it's always good to invest in some good gadgets. A good slicer is always good. Of course, the processor is a blessing in disguise. So you can see I'm taking my corn, it's all ready. I will take it out now. And I'll put my pan on the gas, my kadai, my multi-purpose wok as I called it. Please excuse me, I'm looking for it. This was a very sorry, this video was out of the blue. I was all set to start cooking, and suddenly I realized, why don't I just record it? And people have been asking me for fried rice and noodles, so this can be recorded. It's not planned, so that is the reason for the confusion. And as you can see, I have put my kadai on the gas, and now I'm going to heat it up a little and add olive oil to it. So my noodles, my corn, everything is ready. Now I'm going to heat. The pan is ready. I am going to put in my oil now. I'm using olive oil. You can use any oil that you generally use. Of course, we got no mustard oil. Any vegetable oil you can use. Mostly oils that don't have flavor. I like using sesame oil also for this. But today I was in the mood for that, so I chose olive oil. I'll let my oil heat. As you can see, my oil is heating. I have put close to 2 tablespoons of oil. So as I said, there I put my sliced onion in. As I said, for 2 packets of noodles, I have used 1.5 onion there. So as I said, today I am making noodles with minimum ingredients that I had at home. So the veggies that I am using are spring onions. I have used spring onion, corn. This is sweet corn, and this is the frozen packet that you get in the market. So whenever you are cooking, you don't need to have the exact ingredients. All you need is an idea of what to cook and the taste that you're looking for. So for noodles, it all depends on what veggies you want. I actually thought of putting a little broccoli in, but then I decided against because uh, I had to blanch it first, and I was in a hurry. So you can see my onions are cooking. I don't want them brown. I'm going to add throughout my cooking. You can see that the flame is high. So whenever you are making fried rice, noodles, uh, these kind of things, you have to cook it on high flame. You don't want to cook it on low flame because you don't want it all mushy. You want it crunchy and firm. So everything is going to be done on high flame. My onions are cooking on high flame while I am chopping up my capsicum, my bell peppers on the side. You can see that there. So the whole idea, as I told you, of shooting this video was to show everybody that it is not necessary that you have to have exactly all the ingredients at hand. You have to improvise with whatever you have, and it all depends. If you do your basics right, it's all going to work out. It's all your taste, how you want. So now I'm looking for salt to put salt into my onion. At this stage, you can see the onion softened a little. Next time I'll try to shoot closer video. I'm sorry, I don't have a setup where I can get you a proper video, but I try my best to get you as close as I can. And now you see, just saw me adding garlic paste to it. Sorry. You can add chopped garlic, you can add crushed garlic, you can add garlic in any form. So because this is in a hurry, I am adding the paste that I have. And here are the bell pepper slices. I sliced it with a slicer, but I don't want to use slices, so I'm just chopping them into two. So I've got these thin slices now, not round slices, but proper slices. So I'm just chopping them up. The onions are soft, and now first the onions I cooked till they were soft. Then I added salt. That's important. Don't add salt in the beginning. Let it cook a little and then add salt. Then I added garlic. I added paste, but you can add garlic in any form that you want, and the more the better. I like the flavor of garlic in this more. So I fried my capsicum for a little bit, for a few seconds, before adding the corn and giving it a nice mix. So the sauces that I'm going to add today are soya sauce, vinegar, red and green chili sauce, and I'm going to add a garlic chili paste. So today I'm using a ready-made one. This is the garlic chili paste, but you can make this at home. Let me know if you want to know how to make it. I will post it on my page. And for any questions, please do ask on my Facebook page on the post. You can ask questions and I'll answer them. So I've mixed my chili garlic paste here, and I'm mixing it all well. I'm going to start adding my sauces now. So let me repeat. All I'm adding is soya sauce, vinegar. Here is the red chili sauce. Today we're going to add red chili sauce, green chili sauce, soya sauce, vinegar, and chili garlic paste. Here's the green sauce. And the two packets, I've added 1 tablespoon of everything. This is white pepper that I've added, a little bit of white pepper. You can add chili flakes if you want, or black pepper as well. I didn't want to make it too spicy, so I added a little bit of white pepper. Keep mixing everything. After adding everything, just keep mixing it. Now I'm adding spring onion. I'm just directly chopping it up into my kadhai with a nice kitchen scissors. That also is very important. There are few things that you should have in your kitchen, and one of them is a really good kitchen scissor. It really helps in cutting the greens. So I directly chopped it up into the pan. So as you can see, there is no editing in this video. From start to end, this is exactly how much time it took me to make this video. To make this dish, nothing was chopped. I had to chop up everything. This is soya sauce that I'm adding. So 1 tablespoon of all the sauces that I added. Let me repeat again: soya sauce, vinegar, green chili, red chili, and chili garlic paste. So I'm adding 2 green chilies here. And the key is to cook it on high flame. So throughout it has been cooking. This is vinegar that I'm adding. It has been cooking on high flame. And before adding in the noodle, check your flame so that if required you can add whatever you need. So now I'm adding in my noodles, and I'm gently going to mix it without breaking. So you can see my noodles are intact, they are not mushy. They are cooked but not overdone. I did check my seasoning before this. Always make sure you check your seasoning so that you know whether you need to add any salt or anything to it. And what I'll do is, this is, if you want a little Indian taste, the one that you get outside on in the restaurant, as we say in the Chinese, you will have to add a little ketchup to it. So today, yes, I will add a little ketchup. I generally don't add, but today, because I didn't have too many ingredients, I decided to add a little ketchup in the end, and that's what I will do now. And a tablespoon of ketchup, or add soya sauce. So as you can see, the noodles are looking separated. They are not all stuck together. They're very well, they're cooked, though they're not hard or chewy. They're nice, soft but firm. So I'm checking the seasoning again here so that I know if I need to add any salt or anything. So a little bit of sauce, not so much. At the most 2 tablespoons. I've added less than that also. And again give it a nice mix. And all through the cooking you saw the heat was on high. That is the key of Chinese cooking. You have to cook on high heat. It has to be hot. My noodles are ready and I'm going to take them out now. First I added a little coriander, sorry again. So as I've been telling you, that the purpose of trying to make these natural videos is so that you know that I have not done anything special. My friends keep asking me, how do you manage to cook so much and how much time do you? There are people who've been telling me that you must be staying in your kitchen the entire time. No, that is not the thing. This is how I cook. Please subscribe.